Yeah, so first of all, I would like to welcome you to this interview, and will you please introduce yourself to the audience?
Yeah, thank you for having me for this nice interview. So my name is Bosko Todorovic. I'm one of the co-founders and currently responsible for marketing and anything that goes with growth for the Trember platform. So I'm one of the team members from the beginning on since we
So
started.
you are welcome, and we are happy to have you today. What inspires you to create and develop Trember?
To be honest, we developed Trember by chance. So the original idea, of course, was actually to make an app that facilitates meetings in offline. But since the COVID pandemic forced us to change the business model, we started working on a virtual environment that is helping to meet in the offline in the online world, but with the aspects of a very social get together. So that was the main approach.
That means there is a unique about Trember.
Well,
There
the
is
unique
something
part,
unique about Trember.
yes, the unique part is actually exactly what I said, the social aspect, because most of the current video platforms are providing a one-to-many solution, which means one person is talking, many are listening. But what is missing in video communication is the little group effect that people start speaking in groups, changing them, doing this at the same time in one entire room, like what we would do in real life. And this is actually something that is missing, because when you think of what is the main value of meeting someone, it's the exchange, it's the networking part. And while you use a one-to-many communication platform, you cannot do this. So we want to focus on adding the social life aspect, that you can talk to many people simultaneously and create an added value through this networking effect. And the networking effect, actually, you can find in many different use cases.
So what are the main functions and features of Trember?
So the main functions and features of Trember, something that I can show you directly, is that we created, first of all, a very simple approach to add certain functionalities in an environment that is not limited through technology, but rather limited through your own creativity. So basically, the room looks very plain in the first place. We're giving some functionalities like drawing on the background, adding pictures, doing simultaneous screen sharing of multiple users at the same time, adding videos, changing the background. And through all this, we are supporting group activity. So like real engagement. You know, like usually on Zoom meetings, sometimes people are either not opening their camera, or they're sitting very passive there. While on Tremble, we are really forcing people to do something, to engage, which brings also a lot of fun. And through that, you can create different moods, different atmosphere in the room that again creates more engagement. And still on a very low hurdle on technical side. And so we added also some other functionalities, like a so-called stage view mode like this, where we can add a situation out of an unstructured room with one click to create a structured room, where you can still do a one-to-many presentation, but you can jump afterwards into a networking situation very easily. So those are the main functionalities. And of course, to support that, we created a functionality, for instance, that is called proximity sound, which means you can move away from each other in the same room, and through that create this situation that people can talk and separate each other and so on.
This is really very nice, and I think there are more functions and features will come soon.
Yes, we are developing further, and of course, based on all the feedback that we get from different use cases, We want to create a platform that is really desired and that has the functionalities that the users really want, and to support the development here. So we want to create something very unique at the end.
And who could use Trember?
So basically everyone can use it. So it's a self-serving platform. You only go to the website and then you start a new room. But of course, we are focusing on some special use cases at the moment where we see a huge demand. So the main use cases at the moment is everything around educational institutions. So we're supporting universities, schools, colleges, etc., to prepare a very interesting class. But on the other hand, it's everything that goes around events. So everything that took place before in the offline world as an event, from congresses, meetings, conferences, networking events, etc., now can take place in such a virtual environment in a very easy way. So those are the main focuses that we have on use cases currently.
And who are the main partners of Trember?
So we've been very lucky to start very early with some well-known universities. So we had very early universities from Harvard, MIT, and Brandeis to use us for their first semester student events. So for all the freshman events that usually took place offline and now of course can't. So to bring students together in a very social way. And through that, we expanded pretty fast to other universities in Colombia and Brazil. And we are partnering also with a lot of industry leaders. So also with a lot of event agencies, for instance, that are integrating Trember as a video platform in their event solutions. But we are also working directly with many different brands that are like Deutsche Post, for instance, or Renus as a big company, or Bosch or MAN. They're all starting to use Trember for their all internal and external events.
Very nice. Where do you see Trember in 5 years?
I see Trember as a market leader for anything that goes around social events in the online world. So, and social event is including also small meetings. So it can start actually from small teamwork meetings, workshops, doesn't matter if it's for students or for companies, and going up to bigger conferences and larger events. Because the more people are actually on Trember, the more fun and the more engagement it is. So it's not really made for a one-to-one communication, but it's rather made for anything that goes into larger groups. So I see ourselves in a very leading position in developing a very amazing tool here.
And I think we are now in phase 1 when it comes to Tremble, which means that it is available free of charge.
Yes.
And for how long this will stay?
So we are definitely staying free of charge until summer this year. So that's the goal. We are currently working very closely with many companies to develop the platform further based on the feedback and on the use cases. And from summer on, we are going to provide 2 different levels. So the one level will stay for free, of course, but it will have some certain limitations. And then we will continue with the pro version where you can add different functionalities based on the needs of your events or on what you're going to plan. And that's the plan from summer on. We're currently offering like a early bird cooperation ticket where we say once you join us for now and you start using Trember exclusively and also helping us to develop the platform further, we can offer certain special packages for the usage for the next year.
Very nice. So what is your message to the potential customers?
Well, my main message is try it out. I think the best way to see the values that we currently have and the USPs of Trember is by simply testing it. I mean, it's for free anyway, so you can just go ahead and test it. And then it's very clear where the differences are to normal video communication platforms. And that's definitely nothing that we are. We are not a method or an additional method to have a simple call just based on video. It's more an engaging platform. So the best way actually to see the value is just simply test it. You can't destroy anything, and test it with many people as much as possible. And then you will see how much fun it is. And fun, I think, is a basis for many different approaches.
Yeah, thank you so much for your time, and wishing you and your company all the best.
Thank you very much for yours.